Hi, this is Trevor Conquergood. Welcome to this week's RNK Software Club's video for the week. And our topic for this week is about how you can join lines together after you've drawn them using the Floriani software. And so let's go ahead and make my workspace nice and large. And you'll see on my screen right now that I have, I guess, three things. There's run stitch number one, there's run stitch number two, and they kind of look like they were meant to have been one line. But you can see there's a gap in between. And then I've got, a piece of text that says join lines. Well, we don't really need that. That was just me sort of creating a message. But the point here is if I select both run stitches and right click, there's an option to join them. And it will join them by their two, whatever's closest. In other words, now we have all one line. If I click to draw some more, so I'll add another run stitch. If I add it over on this side, so it ends there, then when I join these two lines, it's going to connect, where it's quite obvious where they're closest together. If I draw a run stitch that, starts over here and it finishes there, then if I was to join these two, the question is this closer to that, or is this closer to that? Because it's going to simply find the closest two ends. And so this was closest to that. And so this is a shape that starts here and so is all the way around and finishes there. And you can continue to add lines to either side of your shape. If you wanted to add more lines to this side, well, then you would simply draw, from that side. And then when you select the two, now here's the interesting thing. What I have now is a run stitch and an artwork. So they're not actually two of the same thing. And if I try to join them, notice that that option's not available. If I make, the second one into a run stitch, now if I select the two shapes, then join is an option. So they need to be the same. They could both be artwork. So if I use my pencil and I draw an artwork line, and then I keep drawing and draw more artwork line, I have two artwork shapes. I can join those together. And similarly, if I have two run stitch shapes, I can join those two together. And so this is really helpful for people that might want to create a continuous line design for something like edge to edge quilting. You can draw a little bit and then join your two lines together and just ensure that there's no kind of beginning or ending to your line, no chance of a jump or any kind of trim. If you wanted to incorporate solid elements, so for example, if I bring open this apple, and let's just say that you wanted to create an edge-to-edge design that started over on the left and connected up to the apple, and then kept going over to the right, and you want to connect. Well, the apple is a solid shape, right? We could go ahead and convert that into a run stitch, but it's gonna have sort of like a starting point and an ending point. And so we could go ahead and draw ourselves a run stitch that started over on the left, and it can go wherever you want it to, but where you want to connect to the apple is where you kind of stop. And so now I have two run stitches, and the apple does not have an end. It's a continuous shape. So for this line to be able to connect to the apple, what I actually need to do then is select the apple and then use your shape tool. So over on the left is the shape tool, and that allows us to see the actual outline of the apple. You can kind of see where you want to connect it and simply right click at that point and ask it to split the line. So literally now my apple, if I look at it with the shape tool, there's a point right there. And if I move that point, you'll see that it's actually been opened up. There's like a total separation in the way the apple sews. You can see the beginning of it, you can see the ending of it. And so essentially now it's just a matter of making sure that this line is closest to whichever side of the apple you want it to connect to. So when I select this line here, as long as I make sure that the point is closer to that side, then I know that it's going to join, to that part of my apple. So select both shapes and right click and ask it to join them into one. Yeah. So that's how you can join two lines together. At this point, if I want, I can draw another line, right, kind of come off of here and have it, walk away. And as long as they're all run stitches, I can right click and ask it to join that all together. And so now basically the design will start over on the left and it'll sew its way all the way around my apple like that and then continue on over to the right. And so I hope you enjoyed this week's RNK Software Club's video for the week where we learned about the ability to join lines together. Until next week, have a great day and bye for now.